having one place where all the things that you need to run your business actually live saves you so much time and energy, and it alleviates the stress and the overwhelm of trying to find what you need when you actually need it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I use Asana to organize my entire business. Hi, my name is Erin Hayworth, and I am a goals coach and productivity strategist for online entrepreneurs. I help entrepreneurs just like you save time through simple systems and custom action plans so that you can grow your business without the burnout. So today we're talking all about organization of your business and kind of having a hub. So I have a question before we dive into it. Do you feel like there are pieces of your business scattered across 50 different notebooks and a Google Calendar? I mean, maybe you wouldn't exactly call it organized, but sure, it's like organized chaos, right? Well, I want to help you feel truly organized in your business so you can go from having like this piece together. It kind of sometimes works, but more than not, it just doesn't work, kind of system and grouping of tools, to a truly organized business so you can actually spend your limited time and energy growing your business and not feeling overwhelmed and scattered, okay? So I have plenty of tools that I use in my business, but my central hub for all things is Asana. Asana is a project management tool that I've been using for a few years now, and there's lots of other ones. But here's exactly how I organize all of these different aspects of my business in Asana. All right, so I am truly pulling back the curtain with this one. We're gonna start with my content calendar. Now, you can actually go and grab the exact template to create your content calendar just like I have. I basically taken my content calendar and made it into a template that you can go and download for free right now. So I will post that where you can get that for free in the description below. But this is what my content calendar looks like. And I house it in Asana because Asana has really cool features that you can switch back and forth between views. In order to keep track of all of the content that I am creating, I need something where I can see it on a week by week basis to see that it's color coded, because I am creating so much content every single week and every single month. So I want to make sure that I am leveraging what I am creating, that I'm keeping track of what's working, what's not working, what my efforts have been, so that I know this is what I've done, this is the results of what those efforts have looked like, and here's how I'm going to continue to move forward, again, to always get better and better and better about leveraging the time that I am spending creating content. So you can kind of see here is on a calendar basis, everything is color coded based on both the platform and the type of content for that platform. So Reels are the green, Instagram posts are blue, emails are pink, podcast episodes are orange, YouTube videos are yellow, and I've got some other, I've had other types of stuff as well. And so by seeing it like this, I can very easily see what I've done in the past and what I want to continue to do, as I'm moving forward, and like what I still have left to create. So seeing it on a calendar view is really, really helpful. Whenever I'm creating it, seeing it on a list view, which again, Asana allows. So seeing where things are at, if they're in the idea stage, if they're mapped out, if they're created, if they're scheduled, all of those different things just allows me to better utilize the time that I have to actually create great content and not try to figure out what I've created, what do I need to create next, and all the different things. So again, if you want to get my exact template to create something this gorgeous, you don't have to be creating a ton of content every single month in order to make this really work for you. You can go grab that for free, and the link is in the description below. So content is just one form of marketing that I use, using social media and email marketing. I also use collaborations and word of mouth marketing or referrals. And so I also use Asana to help organize all of those different things. So for collaborations, PR, podcast interviews, summits, conferences, all the things that I might want to submit myself for, I actually keep all of that housed. Any collaborations that I'm doing, plus things that I would love to do, I keep all of that in one project. So whenever it's time for me to sit down and to actually go and do some pitches, do some collaboration pitches, I know I've already looked for and found the particular podcast, the particular summits, the particular conferences that I want to pitch for, and all the ones that I've previously done so I can follow up with them. Likewise, word of mouth marketing or referral marketing, same way. I've got a list of everybody that I am going to reach out to and want to reach out to for that. And I have very intentional things set up to where it becomes a habit for me to reach out and ask for referrals from people that I trust. Another thing that I do is I do sales planning in Asana, sales planning and goals. So the reason I do this is because it allows me to know what it is that I'm working for. Knowing what it is that I need to focus on in any given quarter or any given month. So obviously, I'm recording this right now. It is the last month of the first quarter, so I don't have everything mapped out for Q2 yet, but you can see what my goal is that I want 5 ideal and wonderful people in Productive AF for this month. So knowing that, then I can look at my collaborations, look at my referral requests, and look at my content marketing to make sure that everything that I'm doing is to help me get to that point, okay? Same thing with goals. And you can see that Asana has lots of different ways of looking at things. This is like a Kanban board. So it's like everything under here is under this section, and they're very movable type things, right? So it's like, here's my current focus, here's my future focus, here's everything that I've completed in terms of goals. Not everything, but this is how I organize the progress that I'm making on the things that I've said are important to me. So content, collaborations, referrals, sales planning, goals, it also helps me whenever I start getting to the nitty-gritty of what's happening in the next month, what's happening in the next 12 weeks. So if you're familiar with the 12-week year, that is a concept that I do follow kind of loosely. Of course, I had to make it my own. But by having an entire project that is the 12-week year, I can see very clearly, very easily all the things, all the external things that I have coming up that I have planned, like launches, like giveaways, like flash sales, promotions, anything like that. And what's wonderful about Asana is you can have something in multiple projects and it's all one task. So for example, in my content calendar, I've got all the different pieces of content that I'm creating, but I also have those podcast episodes. I also have just a podcast project. I'll just show you. Let's just show you. So it's much easier just to show you. So you can see I've got podcast episodes in every single week, but you can see they're part of 2 different projects, both my content calendar as a whole, so I can see how it fits into my content strategy as a whole, but I also have an entire project that is just for my podcast, so that whenever I need to get super, super narrowed in, super, super focused, I can do that as well. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what just the Goal Get It podcast one looks like. A little bit more streamlined, and it's more about mapping out the content versus seeing everything all at once, right? So that's the nice thing about this launch calendar is it will pull from new offers that I'm creating, or it will pull from sales planning, or it will pull from goals as well, or collaborations, so that everything is in one calendar that I can really see whenever I go to look at my 12-week year. I use each project very intentionally for different things. So you can see we got some exciting things coming up in March. And then as I plan out the next 12 weeks, starting with April, May, and June, I will continue to fill this out. I also, as I alluded to, map out new offers and map out things about my programs or things about freebies or anything like that that I want to update and change. For example, Productive AF, which is my signature program to help you become a streamlined CEO with systems that really truly support you. This is how I do it. Here's all of that launch stuff that I was telling you about, everything pulling into the 12-week year, but also all the details. Knowing that you can have all these different pieces and everything all cohesively filled out in one spot. So you're not like, oh, well, where did I keep that idea? Or where did I keep that idea? Includes everything that's included in it, the features, the benefits, the price points, and then all the modules that go along with it and each individual activity within it. So everything is all in one spot. And then finally, things that I haven't completely fleshed out yet, I've got a whole ideas board as well. So right now my big idea is creating, you guys are loving the templates, the template that I've created, that content calendar template that I've created and shared with you. So I've got some other ideas for templates that I want to create. And so knowing that whenever it's time to sit down and actually create those, I already have a nice list to pull from, and I'm not losing ideas because they're on Post-it notes or in notebooks or in random Google Drive folders. Everything is all in one spot. And that is just a little bit about exactly how Asana makes my life as a business owner way more streamlined. I have a central hub for everything, and I know exactly where I need to go every single day to let me know what is it that I need to be focusing on and how can I best run my business given the limited time and energy that I do have. Okay, now that you know how I use this tool, how I use Asana, you're probably going to want to set it up for yourself. And a great place to start is with your content creation or your editorial calendar. As online entrepreneurs, we are creating content again to showcase our expertise, to get people to like, know, and trust us, and to draw in the people that are potential clients. So I have created a template based on exactly how I use Asana for my own content editorial calendar, and you can go and grab that exact Asana template for free to get you started. I'm going to link to it in the description below. And finally, I have one question for you. Is your business organized, organized chaos, or maybe just straight chaos right now? Let me know in the comments below.